It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This is taken at his 4. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. A huge play there right off the bat. 46 yards. That's some early fireworks on the first play from scrimmage.
The last fireworks I saw, July 4th, okay? Here they are celebrating the start of this game the exact same way. Explosive right out of the gate.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Throwing is Jackson. Dancing to his left. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. Busts through the tackle. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Redskin touchdown. Leonard Fournette with touchdown number 12 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Down. 18 Gator. Right. You. Go. Let's go. Let's do.
Marlon Mack, his first carry of the game. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Switch up.
2nd and 11. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Hassan Reddick in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
The Redskins on 3rd down, putting an extra man here in the secondary.
You got nothing. Get ready.
Now back to throw. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 20. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized.
And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Redskins get the quick strike touchdown. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check it.
Brandon Cooks. He gets it to Cooks. Past the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Brandon Cooks with touchdown number 7 on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. Joseph now to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A big play there. 76 yards. And the Redskins get the quick strike touchdown. Lutz good on the extra point. And it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drives exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. On play action, they'll throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
17 yards that time, and a Washington first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Leonard Fournette. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson. And a quick throw here. That's complete. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Set back, 260 yards. Go, go. Not here. Hey, Mike, 50.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 44-yard line. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings. For some reason, it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200-plus right now. This quarterback now already over 200 yards in this first quarter. And he's got another 1st and 10.
We got 4.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Single, 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 single. New Mike 52, right 52. Pick it up, guys, pick it up. Check your hot read. Tighten it.
Now it's Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him, Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's the Redskins in possession of the football as they've got it with a second down coming up. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. Here's Jackson to throw. Buying time to his left. Now he's going to go deep down, and that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. So that'll back him up 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. First and 15. To throw is Jackson. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down. But prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
Check 52.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And he's got his man. That's Crowder for the Redskins touchdown. Jamison Crowder, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? He's got a man, complete. It's a big play there for the Eagles. 54 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. He'll look to throw. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run here with Mack. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Marlon Mack His third touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. Extra point right down the middle. And that will shave one more off this lead. Joseph now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Got his man, that's Tyrell Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards that time and a Washington first.
That's good for a Washington Redskins first down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Stepping up, he'll try and run. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
On second down, here's Fournette. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. Going to be some contact going on.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. Oh, breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 25 yards the pick up there, and also a first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
So a good run by Fournette. Now another first and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Credit the tackle that time to Deshaun Hand. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
The Redskins on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 5. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big first down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
Hey, watch it. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. A good run on first down, and now they contemplate a 2nd and goal situation. And this Fournette territory here, and he's alone in the backfield on 2nd and goal. Now it's Jackson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now we got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. This could very well be 4-down territory, but right now we focus on 3rd and goal from the 1.
Mike 50, Mike 50. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Back.
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Leonard Fournette with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Lutz with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Reuben Foster has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. Finding room at the 30. And all the way up to the 35-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll drop the throw. And he finds Tyler Kroft. 17 yards and a first down for Philly.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Philadelphia.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl. 53 to Mike. 53.
They'll look to throw here. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
56. Mike's 56.
They'll throw now on the final play. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They'll look to throw. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well run route.
On first down, Mack, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
At the 40-yard line.
We go. 10-2 stop. I'm trying to collect. Get it.
They keep it on the ground. Mack again. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
You got it.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Jackson. This goes to the tight end, Eric Saubert. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
This quarterback now over 300 yards down for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Here we go. Not a whoop. Watch the run. Watch the run. This is out, baby. That's a baby shot. Kill.
This is Fournette. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop.
No, check that. We got Mike 52 right here.
Now Jackson. Over the middle, complete. That's Buchanan. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And that one results in 35 yards. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. They'll run with Fournette. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Switch. 66. Pull it. Now. Go. Play.
They'll run it again with Fournette. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Go now. Go to base. Mike 50, huh? Here we go, D. Anxious extreme.
Jackson on 1st down. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. This will be taken in at the 1. It's a foot race. 20, 10, touchdown, Philadelphia. That'll go down as a 99-yard kick return. And the Eagles get a score closer. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Yeah, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
At their own 25-yard line.
On the
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Jackson now. On the crossing route, complete. It's Buchanan. A gain of 6 there on 1st. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Fournette. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd and 5 now. Jackson going to throw right side here. Complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. In for the score. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Let's go!
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
At the 26-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
It's our time.
They go right back to Mack. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. A good run as he works his way for 9 that time, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and just a few inches. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. They'll run the screen with Mack. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. I'm coming. Hey, check Mike 50.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Now this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Redskins will take control of the football in great field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
There you are. Not today.
the run, it's Fournette. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10.
Check.
Again, it's Fournette. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Redskins on third down. Can't be any better than a perfect 6 for 6. This is 3rd and 7. He can run for it, and he will. He'll get a couple of yards on the keeper, but it's going to lead to a 4th down.
That was well coached and even better executed because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
The kick by Lutz is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
You ready?
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
On 2nd down, it's Mack. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. A big play there for Philly. 53 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. On 1st down, they'll stay with Mack on the ground. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. Give them maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Set, ready? 60 or.
At the Redskins' 14-yard line.
5.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
They'll set up to throw. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And some space here. He's at the 50. A big run by the big man Fournette. 69 yards.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload that you and I both know. Well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late.
Oh, Fournette loses it. It's out. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10.
Jackson on the keeper. A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the Eagles' 18-yard line.
Six man. Check curls, check curls, check curls. Set up.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Jackson on the keeper. A loss of a yard. It's now 3rd and 13.
So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. And they will take a knee here.
Jackson on the keeper. A loss of a yard. It's 4th down.
And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14.
Today's final score, Redskins 51, Eagles 21.